center.
I want to make something clear, right?
Go ahead.
Completely up to the moderator's discretion if they're gonna mute or not.
Yeah.
So none of that. Moderator, please mute this nigga. If the
Yeah,
moderator does it or doesn't. Okay.
Right, yes, my position is that we should accept God.
Accept God. What do you mean by that?
Yes, we should accept his existence.
Accept his existence or accept that he exists?
I believe he does exist. However, I'm just going to argue that it's reasonable to accept his existence. So wait, mute your mic.
It's reasonable to accept his existence. So are you?
Yeah, that's what I just said 3 times.
Are you saying that? Okay. Are you saying that God does exist, and you want to argue about whether or not it's reasonable to accept that he does, or are you saying
answered this question.
It doesn't matter whether he does or doesn't? You find it reasonable to accept that he does?
You just asked the question that I answered 3 times.
No, I didn't. So
you did. You saying no doesn't mean anything. There's a recording,
buddy.
I'm not your buddy.
Repeat the question, or are you gonna answer the question, bro?
I don't want you to repeat the question that I answered 3 times.
So could you answer the question?
I already did. I just answered that. What the fuck?
No, you didn't.
You just gave another question that was already answered.
No,
what the fuck?
I asked you what you meant.
Okay, it's fine. I'll be charitable. I'll answer for a 4th time, maybe because you weren't tracking or something. The answer
Are you the one that wanted a moderator?
The answer to the question was, I believe that God. Anyways, I believe that God exists. However, I'm just going to argue that it's reasonable to accept him. That's the last time I'm answering that retarded question.
Okay. So, if my understanding of your position is that you don't care to talk about whether or not God actually does or doesn't exist. Okay. If you don't actually want to talk about whether or not God actually does or doesn't exist, then I don't know why we're having this conversation. I thought you wanted to talk about theology. You said you were going to
We are talking about theology.
You said
the topic
of
conversation. The topic of
God's
conversation being God is directly correlated to theology, idiot.
You're very emotional, bro. We're only 5 minutes in, bro. Chill out.
Nobody's emotional. That shit did not hit.
You said you were going to affirm God's existence. Right?
Yes, I affirm it. Yes, I agree. He exists. I'm affirming that he exists. However, my position is that I'm going to accept that it's reasonable that he exists.
Okay, then let's just talk about why God does exist. First off,
why would I do that?
Because you haven't.
And by the way, I have a question.
Right, so you're saying, okay, you're saying I'm going to affirm God's existence. This is what you're doing. I'm going to affirm God's existence.
Yes,
right?
I
am affirming God's existence.
Wait, Saucy, maybe you're not listening or something.
I am affirming God's existence. That's not my position.
Retard. I just affirmed his existence. God exists.
Right. So I would like you to prove that.
Wait, that's fine. You can like me to prove that, and I would like to think you're a bitch. What's your point?
Okay, so if you don't want to defend that, I'm just going to dismiss it.
Wait, I can defend it after, but I said I can affirm his existence. That doesn't mean I will affirm his existence. How was that stupid? The topic of conversation.
You literally said, I'm going to affirm God's existence. You said
yes, I just did. There was an affirmation of God's existence.
Okay, right. Now prove that.
I don't need to because that isn't relevant towards the topic that I proposed.
The topic is theology, retard.
Are you fucking retarded? Theology is correlated to the topic of conversation being God, not that God exists. Buddy. It doesn't have to be God existing.
Right. Wait, sorry. Repeat that?
Oh, do you want me to repeat it? Also, it's okay. You don't need to apologize.
Are you stupid?
How am I stupid?
Bro, you did not ping me to do this. So
wait, so do you want me to answer the question or are you going to cut me off?
I mean, are you going to answer it?
There was no question asked by you, retard.
I did ask you a question.
You didn't ask a question.
I asked you to repeat it.
Yes, that's not a fucking question. You demanded me to repeat it. That wasn't imperative.
Okay, sure. I'm demanding you to repeat it.
I know, sure. That's why I said it. What the fuck? Anyway, so yes, I'll repeat it for you. That was a demand. You said repeat it, not can you repeat it? But anyways, yeah. So to repeat it, theology is correlated to God. It's just the topic of conversation being God, not his existence. You can talk about any God property, but not talk about the existence of God specifically, and the topic of conversation would still be God. Or theology, I should say.
Yeah, that's true. But
I know what you're saying. That's why I said it.
Hold on, what you're saying, okay. What you're saying is that your position on affirming God's existence is not relevant to the topic. That's what you said. I said you wanted to talk about theology, right? I wanted to talk about what you believed God to be.
Wait, so just to be clear, so do you want to move on from this topic and then go into another topic? That's fine if you want to duck this topic.
Okay.
I know it's okay. That's why I said it.
All right. You pinged me at 3:48 p.m.
Oh my God! Like, why is he talking so slowly? He's so afraid of stuttering. He's so afraid of stuttering and stumbling over his words. That's why he's speaking so slowly. Anyways, can we move on to the topic?
You pinged me at 3:48
I know, retard. Would you like to move on to the fucking topic?
And said, we can run theology. I'll affirm God's existence.
Yes. Wait,
so this
me not saying that God exists. Wait,
this
just to be clear,
is the topic.
Hold on. Maybe I need to speak to someone who's more competent.
No, be quiet. Be quiet.
No, because
maybe I need to speak to someone more competent. If you really wanted moderation, I don't know why you choose to have it and then started talking over me as soon as we got in the combo. In general, you pinged me and said, we can run theology. I'll affirm God's existence.
Oh,
so I'm just asking, why does God exist?
Wait. Didn't I already respond to that, Saucy?
Why does God exist, bro?
Yeah, so I'll repeat this one more time since you weren't tracking the first time. Within a topic of conversation, I can say that God exists. However, that not be the topic of conversation. I just affirmed God's existence. Hold on, stop cutting me off, Saucy. This way you don't understand anything.
The topic we agreed to is your affirmation of God's existence. That is the topic we agreed to. No, you've set a precedent, bro. You've been cutting me off this whole time, so obviously I can do it too.
That's fine. So anyways, if we're talking about Naruto, for example, I make the statement, I'm going to affirm God's existence. If in that Naruto debate, I say that God exists, that means God exists.
That is not a statement excluded from the topic. When you pinged me and you gave me the topic, you said this statement.
By the way,
this statement is the topic. The topic is your affirmation of God's existence. That is the topic, Infinity. This is the topic we agreed to. You said we can run theology. You said we can run theology. I'll affirm God's existence. The topic is you affirming God's existence. That is the topic.
Saucy, are you afraid of the question?
I'm not afraid of anything.
Okay, so tell me what the question was. Recite it if you know.
Why are you scared to engage on the topic you set forth?
Wait. The point of contention is whether or not that's a topic that I wanted to engage with. So, are you afraid of the question?
This is the topic we agreed to. This is what you pinged me and sent me. You sent me. I'll affirm God's existence. That is the topic.
You never replied to the message, retard. Can you tell me once again? Why are you so afraid of the question? Why are you so afraid of the question? What's up? Do you even know what the question is?
Saucy, he's muted. He's literally muted.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll repeat the question for the audience.
Nigga, holy shit. Okay, nigga, no one's trying to hear y'all niggas talk about what topic y'all niggas want to debate. Just fucking let this shit be an impasse. Choose the actual topic that you niggas want to fucking debate. And if there is no topic that y'all have, just run out to the fucking cross versus.
Midnight, kiss me.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna just say that just in case you guys didn't hear it. If you guys can't fucking agree on the theological aspect of the debate that you guys want to have, or whatever the fuck, and you guys are just in the impasse. Just agree to disagree, and then go on to the fucking fiction topic, bro. It's not that hard. I'm mute y'all niggas.
Oh my God, this is why you gotta let me speak, man. I just said the statement is true that I'll affirm God's existence, even if we do Naruto, and then randomly I say God exists. That means there's an affirmation of God's existence within that Naruto topic. However, since he wants to be dishonest, there's not a single point in time where the message that I sent, he replied to and said, yes, let's debate. I want you to justify that God exists. He never replied to my message at all. Instead, this is the first establishment of theology within VC. So I don't know why he's being dishonest like he always does. He just loud makes his spurs.
Okay,
anyways, since you're afraid of this topic, we can move on to God exists.
Okay, so now let me talk. All right, so what he's saying is just not true, right? That was just a complete fucking lie.
Saucy, no, nigga, we're not gonna, nigga, stop. No. We're not debating on the fucking timeline bullshit, nigga. Let's dismiss that shit. No one gives a fuck.
So all I'm
saying is,
we can move on to God's existence. Hey, midnight. I think you should
theology, control your son. That is the topic.
I just said we can move on to God's existence.
Okay, nigga, yeah. Okay, that's what the fuck I'm saying. I'm saying don't fucking debate the timeline bullshit. Just debate fucking theology.
Yeah. Since he's scared to run that topic, we can run God's existence.
Okay.
Scared to run what topic? Nigga, you just brought a whole topic out of your ass that I never agreed to.
It's not out of my ass. My ass is out of my mouth, retard. Anyways, so we can run God's existence.
Can you stop
I know that's right. Like, why do y'all do that? Obviously, it's right. That's why I fucking said it, retard. The fuck? Anyways, I'll give the argument for God's existence. What's your position?
I'm an agnostic.
Of course you are. Yeah, I define God as a necessary being, by the way. Do you conflict with that?
Define him as a necessary being.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Is that the only trait you define God as having?
Sure.
I mean, then I don't disagree. I don't care.
Okay, that's fine. We can run Naruto then.
Okay.
Yeah, so what was the topic we agreed to?
It was I believe it was Pain versus someone.
Nah, it was like Neji versus somebody. I think Sasuke, some shit.
Was it?
I ain't gonna lie, y'all niggas just ran across.
I have Sasuke above Neji apparently.
Sure, we can do that.
All right, sure. You can start off. Go ahead. What's your position?
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think Neji's faster than Sasuke. And I think if Neji's faster, you could just block his chakra points.
Wait, not to cut you off, but just to be clear, is that your position or your premise?
Oh, this is my premise. I mean, the position, dude. You think Sasuke wins? I think Neji wins.
All right, so your premise is that your character's faster, correct?
That's not the whole premise.
That's just one premise, right?
Yeah. So I think Neji's faster.
Go ahead.
I think Neji's faster than Sasuke, and I think Neji has the ability that if he is faster, he can just disable Sasuke's chakra points.
Okay. So go ahead.
And this among other things. Yeah, sure. So Neji, let me get my scans. Neji just beats the dog shit of base Naruto. Hold on. Let me find this.
Wait, who's the judge?
It doesn't matter.
Let that coochie breathe.
You're not Quince. Are you from Quince?
I'm the judge. No, I'm
yeah, are you fine with Quince?
With Quince? Not really, no.
Are you fine with Kage?
I don't know any of these people. Well, I know Quince, but I'm just not fine with that.
You're a bitch, Saucy.
Are you fine with Saucy?
Just let Center judge, bro. Like, that's like someone that y'all niggas both have.
I'm not gonna watch recording.
Yeah, I'm not doing that bullshit.
All right, bro.
Looking at Paradox.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong server. Okay, right. So, Neji.
Wait, how are we going to continue without a judge?
What?
Are we going to continue without a judge?
I'm recording.
Just get someone to judge the recording and thing.
I'm literally just recording.
Are you fine with Swayze? I don't know about that.
I'm recording, bro. Okay.
I know what y'all niggas do.
Right.
Okay.
Neji's just beating the dog shit out of base Naruto.
I agree that he beat him
later
to. I agree that he beat the dog shit out of him. However, the reason we probably disagree with.
Right. So look in time chamber. Look in scans.
Oh shit.
So this is Naruto hiding behind shadow clones, and he sees Neji coming towards him. He sees Neji running towards him, and Neji straight just grabs this nigga. He doesn't move. He can't move in time. So this is just Neji being blatantly superior in speed, and this is shown very consistent when later on Naruto uses his Kurama chakra.
Your response to the first one. Yeah, so your entire point is that he's behind the shadow clones. He sees Neji coming, and then he doesn't respond to it, right?
Sorry, repeat that.
Yeah, so your entire point is that he's behind the shadow clones. He sees Neji coming at the general location that he's in, and then he doesn't respond to it, correct?
He doesn't respond. I mean, yeah, pretty much. More like he can't, right? So Naruto sees Neji coming towards him. Obviously, he doesn't want Neji to just grab him, and he can't move out into
Wait, so Saucy, if he has multiple shadow clones set up as substitutions for him, and Neji's going towards the general vicinity, what if Naruto in his mind is saying, he's coming towards me, however, there's multiple shadow clones towards me, so he might target those shadow clones instead of him specifically targeting me due to his knowledge of it being me?
Sure, but the issue with that is even then, there is still enough time for him to realize, oh, he's not going for those other shadow clones, he's going for me, right? And unless you think that Naruto is like completely and utterly fucking retarded in combat, then from the moment he realizes that, he's going to be like, oh, I don't want this person to hit me, I'm going to move out of the way, right? So he sees Neji, look in the scan, he sees Neji move past the two shadow clones in front of him, right? He sees him move past them, and then he still doesn't move. So from this scan, it's very clear. Let me finish what I'm saying. From this scan, it's very clear that Neji's not going for the clone. It's very clear that Neji is going for Naruto. But yet, Neji still is able to put his hand up and then grab Naruto without him moving out of the way.
Bro, we don't need an entire dialogue, my nigga. What the fuck?
I mean, sure, I think
anyways. I think you do. But that's fine. You can think that. That did nothing for you. I don't know why you said that. Anyways, in response to your shitty ass point, if if he's looking at him, that's not the same thing as focusing on him. So he can look at him. However, his focus can be his mental state to come up with new tactics or a response to if Neji somehow finds out that he's there. So if he is there and then he sees Neji coming towards the general vicinity that he's in, then he might not think, well, Neji is coming directly towards me due to the substitutions being there. He might mistake the substitutions for me. You saying that he's able to perceive him and there's enough time to react correctly, maybe perspectively, sure, because obviously in our perspective, there's enough time. However, in his perspective, I'm not saying he's slow when it comes to tacticalness or within like combat ability. However, he can be slow when it comes to analytical speed. So if there's a short distance between him and Neji, which there is, by the way, his analytical speed or his synapses might not be quick enough to come up with a plan and receive the information to his head to come up with a plan and respond adequately. So that short distance, sure, it might be short to you. However, what's short to Naruto is distinct. So I don't believe your point actually holds here.
Right. So there's a few issues with this, right? You're very clearly overcomplicating something very simple, right? He doesn't need to come up with a plan. He needs to move, right? He doesn't need to.
Fuck?
Hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying.
It's a plan
right?
to
He doesn't
move.
need to.
Oh my
Okay,
God, Saucy,
that's cool.
plan to
That's
move.
That's cool. Thank you. So he doesn't need to come up with a fucking plan. Right? It's not like he's playing chess. He needs to put up his hand and block or move out of the way.
The
right?
Now.
Okay. You can shut the fuck up now. Thank you.
Yeah, that shit was not funny.
The earlier part of maybe his synapse, like, please stop. So he watches Neji move past the clones. The argument of him not knowing when Neji is targeting him doesn't make sense because the scan shows Neji already past the clones. The only person in front of Neji is Naruto at this point. He can't be focusing on the clones. So it's not a question of I have to figure out that he's now focusing on me, right? That's not the question. The question is, he is now focusing on me. What am I going to do? And we very clearly see he is aware that Neji is coming for him because we have a little exclamation mark next to him, where he sees Neji fucking dash past the clones and come at him. And then Neji, who doesn't have his arms out by that point, just reaches up and just grabs this nigga on the fucking shoulder.
Yeah, so you're retarded as fuck. The synapses, how combative ability works is you're supposed to perceive something, your synapses is supposed to receive the information, and then you're supposed to mentally construct a plan. When you're saying there's no plan being constructed here and there's no attempt to construct a plan, that's fucking retarded because initially you said he would think of, because he's not retarded, he would think of, well, I have to dodge. I don't want to be hit. That would be a plan, idiot. In which way he's going to dodge and what way he's going to block, he has to come up with an adequate solution to dealing with this up-and-coming attack, retard. So if there's a synapse overload due to him not focusing on the substitutions, but instead focusing on his substitution plan, because obviously he didn't expect Neji to perceive him. That's why he hid behind the substitutions. Then there can be a synapses overload. And within that short time span between Neji going past him, the explanation point is not an indicator of Naruto having enough time to react to him, but instead is indicative of Naruto perceiving him and witnessing him within that specific instance. That's not the same as him having enough time to react to him in that specific instance. So due to there being a short distance between the two, he reacts to him. He reacts to him as in his perception picks up Neji. That's not the same thing as his synapses receiving the information and then mentally constructing a plan in response to Neji. We need enough time to receive the information and then construct a plan mentally for our bodies to move accordingly in correspondence with that plan.
Okay, yeah. So there's two major issues here. One, what you're saying is just
ironic midnight.
Right? If I were to, okay, that's cool. One, what you're saying helps me, and then two, the argument. Hold on, let me pull up this scan so the recording can see properly.
Hey, midnight, right? You a bitch.
So the argument that Naruto is like he has to make some sort of plan or whatnot, blah blah blah. I don't necessarily disagree, right? That he's making a plan, like dodging is a plan or moving out of the way is a plan. What I was critiquing is just how you were presenting that rhetorically, right? I'm saying you're overcomplicating it. You're presenting it as though he has to think 5 moves ahead or anything like that, blah blah blah. He just has to make the simple conclusion, I need to move. He has to make the simple conclusion, I need to block, right? That's what he has to do, right? I think that when you were using the word plan, you were making it sound a lot more complicated than it actually is. It's not like he's going to spend time pondering over what the fuck to do, right? He's going to be like, he's coming, I gotta move. He's coming. I gotta block. Right? There's no time spent there, right? Coming up with some complicated or convoluted plan. And then, secondly, the argument that, well, he would still have to perceive Neji, and then his synapses would have to bring that information back to his brain and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. That what you're arguing is just that it's not a movement speed blitz, it's a perception blitz. I'm fine with that. Right? I'm totally fine with that. Because long story short, what you're saying is Naruto doesn't have enough time to process what the fuck Neji is doing. Right? When Neji's very clearly in front of him, very clearly going to attack him, very clearly doesn't have his arm out yet, but is out reaching to go and grab him. What you're saying is his processing speed isn't fast enough for him to react in time. I'm totally fine with that. Perception blitz, sure.
Well, obviously, a retard is going to believe a simple argument is like overcomplicated. Like, what the fuck? Even Ice probably thinks it's overcomplicated because he's a fucking retard, you bitch ass nigga Ice. Anyway, so obviously, I'm arguing that it's just an off guard. You saying it's a perception blitz is not corresponding with the scan at all. I'm saying that he perceives it, he receives the information possibly, and then he has to mentally construct a plan in accordance to the information that he received from his synapses. Him perceiving the entity is not the same thing as him coming up with a mental construction in response to the entity doing or coming up with an attack. So you saying that I overcomplicated this is not true at all. All I'm simply doing is explaining how combative ability works. If I'm in a battle with you, I have to receive or perceive the information of what you're going to do, and then I have to come up with an according plan. For example, if you punch me, I either one have to choose in which direction I'm going to dodge in, because you might, for example, predict the dodge and then attack accordingly or responding accordingly to that prediction, or I have to think of if I'm going to block in a specific way, which you might bypass my block or defensive capabilities within that instance. So it's not just a simple dodge left or dodge right.
Yeah.
He either can choose to jump, he can either choose to duck down, choose left, right, block, etc. And he also has to come up with a plan on if Neji follows up with another attack just in case he predicts the area on which he's going to block. So someone like Naruto, who's retarded analytically, or at least doesn't have a fast analytical speed, I don't understand why he would be able to react in this instance, analytically speaking, not perceptionally speaking or bodily speaking. And then for the leg or for the punch thing, I don't think that matters. Sure, there's a long distance, like I said, and then he comes up to him, meaning there's a short distance, and he moves his fist up because Naruto is not processing the information, but instead he's possibly mentally constructing a plan accordingly to that information that he's received.
Okay, so there's a few issues here. So the first one is, again, what you're saying is still a perception blitz, right? So what you're saying is that he has to process this information that he's perceived, right? So you're saying he perceived it. All right, let's steel man that for a second. He's perceived that Neji is coming towards him, right? He's now has this information in his brain, and now he's trying to mentally construct a plan of action, some sort of course of action to dodge or block or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But this happens every fight, right? No matter what. It's not like this is some, let me finish what I'm saying. It's not like this is some special scenario. You done?
Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Right. So it's not like this is some special scenario in which Naruto has to take extra time to do anything. So in every Naruto fight, this speed of reaction here is going to be the same. So no matter what, if I show a feat later on of Naruto either blitzing somebody or Naruto reacting to somebody or all these things, he still has to go through the exact same process that you're talking about, right?
Okay, in response to what you just said, no, that is not the case at all. A synapse overload. Yeah, anyways, a synapse overload is supposed to be in response to an overload in information. So if you do not know of a character's abilities, or you know of a character's abilities, but it's too vast and too much to the point where you cannot respond and come up with a mental construction accordingly, then you might have a synapse overload. However, someone like Sasuke, Naruto has experience with Sasuke, therefore he knows his fighting style, he knows his personality, he knows his means of attacking. Therefore, synapse overload would not happen or might not happen within that same short time span if Sasuke was in that, for example, general vicinity that Neji was. Replace Neji and Sasuke, and Naruto might respond to Sasuke because it wouldn't be a synapse overload. He has his ability, he has everything, he has his play style, his fighting style, and etc. etc. So no, it would not happen.
Yeah, but you haven't proved that what's it called? Naruto's going through some sort of synapse overload.
I don't need to prove it. I could just give an induction. I could say that premise one, Naruto has never seen or never fought Neji up close. Premise 2, he has experience with Sasuke. Conclusion, you can use a possibility or you can induce some type of likelihood that there's a synapse overload here. But I don't even need to give
hold on. So wait, no. Let me speak. In comparison to the Sasuke fight, sure, right? Maybe he's more likely to have some sort of synapse overload against Neji, but that's not an argument for why it's probable that he is having one against Neji. That's just an argument that's more probable than if he were to fight Sasuke.
It's called an inductively valid comparison. I'm not talking about overall. And then secondly, I don't need to give probability, my nigga.
No, but that's what the conversation is about. I don't care if it's more likely against Neji for Naruto to go through a synapse overload.
It's not a matter of
we're arguing about, hold on, bro. Hold on. Right. You can talk after. You can talk after. I do not interrupt you. You can talk after. The argument is not whether or not it is more likely for him to go through this against Neji versus against Sasuke. The argument is about whether or not he actually is going through this against Neji. Because that's the only cop-out. That's the only cop-out that you have.
That's your burden. I'm clarifying.
That's not my burden.
Shut up. You got me. I want to cut you off. I'm just clarifying and establishing for my sake that comparatively it's inductive in comparison to Sasuke that there's a synapse overload here. I'm not saying overall is likely because I don't need to give likelihood. You need to give likelihood because you're the one affirming.
You're affirming.
Shut up. You're the one affirming that this is an actual species for Neji. Therefore, you have to justify that claim. If I give a possibility which is equal to yours, that means it goes through because your side does not go through. It's inconclusive. You cannot conclusively determine.
But
we're not just a species, my nigga.
The difference is right. What you're talking about happens in special cases when certain conditions. I'm saying I don't see how those. Hold on, wait. Let me finish speaking. I'm saying those conditions, we don't know if those conditions are met here.
Exactly.
Right? We have no reason to believe that those conditions are met here.
Exactly, retard. If we cannot conclusively
You love speaking. You love speaking. Can you please shut the fuck up and let me finish my argument, bro?
Determine whether or not these conditions apply.
I don't care about anything you say, bro. I don't care about anything you say. You can talk after the fuck I talk, bro. You can shut up and talk after I talk.
Just cut me off.
Shut up and talk after I talk, bro. I'm not going through this shit.
I got you after. Wait. Hold on. Someone in chat.
I don't care. I don't care.
I got you after Oza.
I don't care.
I'm not talking to you, retard. You're not supposed to care.
I don't. Okay, nigga, the fuck, nigga. If you're not talking to me, then go fucking debate whoever the fuck it is you're talking to, nigga. The fuck, I don't care. Then go fucking debate whatever bum you're talking to, nigga. Are you debating or not? Are you debating or not, bro? Are you debating or not?
For the 3 seconds, I wasn't talking to you.
Or are you not? Are you just gonna use I wasn't talking the whole debate? Nigga, I'm not doing this.
3 seconds, I wasn't talking to you, retard. Damn.
I don't care. Shut the fuck up and let me speak.
Or what, bitch? What the fuck, nigga?
Ban that person.
Exactly.
You're gone from the server permanently.
Anyways, like I said,
so
go ahead.
Okay. So the reason it's not an equal interpretation, right, is because there are special conditions necessary for your conclusion to be met, right? These special conditions are not met, right? We have no reason to believe that they are met, right? There is no credence to the idea that they are met, whereas my conclusion is something that is common, right, inherently, right? It's just how fights generally happen. It's how we generally withhold information, generally how we process things. So if there is no, let's say, evidence that your conditions are met, by default, my conclusion would be true, since my conclusion is, generally speaking, the much more common conclusion.
God. Okay, in response to those shitty D1 level arguments, my nigga, one, you cannot actually represent the population correctly. You're going to use a misrepresentation, which is maybe all fights. However, what you're supposed to represent is all Naruto fights, because for all we know, Naruto fight styles are distinct from, for example, IRL fight styles, JJK fight styles, etc., etc. Can keep on going on. So when we're talking about what's more likely and what we don't know, you cannot assert just because there's a lack of reason on my end that your side is more likely or that your side is more true. What I'm saying is, if we do not know it by your own means or by your own logic, we cannot conclusively determine whether or not this is true. Therefore, your feat does not go through. By definition, it will be an equal interpretation because neither side has likelihood, but instead, for the conditions being there, we don't know if they're there. Therefore, we cannot come to a conclusion on whether or not they're there. If we don't know they're there, then we don't know they're there. That's tautological, nigga. Anyways, to continue,
I'm not
done. Yeah. So for the special conditions, I believe I gave one variable. I believe I gave one variable.
gonna respond. I'm gonna respond to what you just said.
Wait, that's fine. You can respond.
So the issue is that it's not like our conclusions themselves are equal. I feel like equal interpretations can only be reached in the manner that you talked about them, if both conclusions are by default equal. If both conclusions by default have no credence given to either. But I'm saying
your mic is cutting out. Repeat what you said.
Default. Okay, hold on. Let me turn off noise suppression. Right. So what I'm saying is that by default there is a likelihood on my.
Wait, no. Repeat the first
one.
Cut out.
So
cut out during the first.
Right. Okay. The first. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. I'm saying that it's not as though we're saying that both of our conclusions are equal and there's no reasoning given on either side. Right. What I'm saying is that by default, my conclusion has some inherent level of likelihood due to the fact that it is due to the fact that this is generally how we take in information.
Okay, you want to conclude? Let's conclude.
Hold on. Let me finish what the fuck I'm saying before you bitch about fucking conclusions.
Nobody's bitching at all. I'm just suggesting something.
Right, but you're interrupting me to cry for conclusions.
Yes,
let me finish my argument.
Let me finish my argument. You're scared of concluding, my nigga.
Right.
Just say you're scared of concluding because you know you fucking lost.
Right.
I know it's right. That's why I said it. Thanks for confirming it, dumbass. There was no need.
Can this nigga get muted, bro? Because I'm not.
No. You were the one
arguing or not.
You were the one talking about me bitching about moderation. Now you're running to the moderators and shit, my nigga. That's ironic as fuck.
Yeah, because you don't want to debate.
Wait, I do want to debate. I just let you finish multiple times.
Then let me. No, you did not. You keep interrupting.
Isn't it the case that you cut me off when I was giving my point? You said, "Oh, I'm going to respond. I'm going to respond."
Yeah. You were shotgunning.
That isn't what a shotgun, dumbass.
A shotgun is you giving multiple points.
No, a shotgun is me giving multiple points. No. It's me giving multiple points as an attempt to overload you. You can't justify that was my intent, idiot. I wasn't trying to overload you. You can respond.
I don't think intent matters, but this is just
okay. So how is it fallacious if there's no intent? Go ahead.
I don't care.
Okay, so don't assert it, dumbass.
I will continue to assert it. It just absolutely is a shotgun. Intent doesn't matter with shotgun.
I'm just going to dismiss it.
Intent doesn't matter with shotgunning.
Yeah. So what's the argument?
Okay. All right. A shotgun, by definition,
you're presupposing that, retard.
I'm presupposing the definition.
Yes, you just said by definition. Even though my definition. Wait, so if I show you a definition where it includes intent, what does that mean? You understand that analytical truths are based upon your own empirical beliefs, right?
I just don't agree with that definition. I could argue why it's fallacious. You don't have to agree.
I'm asking why your definition is fallacious.
Yeah, sure. Because my definition, right? I can tell you why it's fallacious, right?
I know. Then go
because
do it.
The actual issue. What?
Yeah, then go do it, my nigga.
Go do what?
Explain why it's fallacious.
That's what I was gonna do until you opened your dog fat black fucking mouth.
That shit was not funny, my nigga. Sorry.
Right. So
I know that's why
the reason it's still fallacious is because the actual problem with the shotgun doesn't disappear when we get rid of intent, right? The reason a shotgun is problematic, the reason a shotgun is problematic in the first place is the fact that it can overload the conversation, not the fact that it was intended to, right? Because if you,
my god, wait, let me respond to that. That's retarded. So the reason why shotguns under my definition are fallacious is because you're attempting to overload.
I'm giving a reason. I'm giving a reason. This is not a denotative thing, right? You can denote fallacious however you want. This isn't something denotative.
By your logic, we should have moderation. Anyways.
I mean, sure. When you're cutting me off in the middle of my argument because you want to cry for conclusion.
Because the reason why I'm cutting you off is by your logic. It's a fucking shotgun, idiot. So are you just going to contradict yourself?
I'm not letting
under my definition. That's fine. You can say it after. Under my definition, is fallacious because instead of actually focusing on the strength of the arguments, you're intending to overload the person with weak arguments such as X, Y, Z, B, Z, and it goes on for ad infinitum. So instead of actually focusing on how strong the arguments are or the truthfulness of the arguments, you're just ad infinitumly proposing and imposing arguments on your opponent. However, what you just said was, even if you remove the intent, it can be bad for the conversation. It being bad for the conversation is not the same thing as it logically being fallacious. Bad for the conversation.
Yeah, what define fallacious? Okay, no, because now here's a shotgun. Define fallacious. Let me give you the distinction. Define fallacious.
I was about to, but you cut me off. Anyways, so a problem with progression is not the same thing as fallacious actions. A problem with progression is going to be, for example, speech impediments. If you stutter a lot, it might be harder to progress the debate because your stuttering might mask what your argument is, or your articulation might be poor. That's a progressive thing. I'm giving a distinction, retard. So fallacious is just...
I never said anything about it impeding the progression of the conversation. I never said that.
Shut up. Damn.
No, but you said that's what I said.
I never said that you said that. You can't track, my nigga.
Okay,
Nobody in VC heard that but you. You're just delusional. Schizo ass
Mhm.
bitch. So anyway, something fallacious is something that has a logical error in it. Or a mistaken belief.
Okay, a logical error in it. So
yeah, I just said that.
Okay.
I know, that's why I said it.
Does intent have anything to do with making a logical error? Do you have to intend to make a logical error to make a logical error?
You want me to answer that?
No, I was
Or is that
asking you
rhetorical?
just because I wanted to.
Yeah, there's such things as rhetorical questions which don't want an answer. Are you fucking retarded? Yes, the answer is yes, by the way. You're
It
retarded.
was rhetorical.
So you don't want to answer. Okay, we can move on then.
It was rhetorical.
Okay, so you don't want to answer.
Because the answer is obvious.
No, the answer, yeah, I agree. However, obviously there's distinct type of fallacies. Are you retarded?
Okay, bro.
Yes, some fallacies, yes. To clarify, some fallacies require intent, some don't. So for a shotgun, if instead of looking at the strength or focusing on the strength of the arguments, you intend to overload them, that would be fallacious. However, if you're just accidentally overloading them, then that is just a progressive problem. That's going to progress the debate unsmoothly in response or in comparison to you not overloading them accidentally. Like, this is basic shit, my nigga. Do you want me to fucking amp you? Like, even Corn understands this. Hey, Corn, wouldn't even Sarugi's retarded ass understand this?
Of course he would, yeah.
Hell yeah. Sarugi was talking about this shit earlier.
God. Like, if Sarugi's autistic ass can understand it, I don't know how you can. Shit.
Hey, bro, can y'all niggas like stop doing this bullshit and like debate crossers and
He's
shit?
the one who
like,
asserted the shotgun because he was fucking scared of our argument.
Bro, I don't. I'm saying I don't give a
Okay,
fuck.
let's conclude. Let's conclude.
Y'all debate some shit else.
I'm still haven't given my argument. You just bulldozed to stop,
Yeah.
bro. I'm not like stop.
I don't have a bulldozer,
Do you want to debate or not? Do you want to debate?
I don't have a bulldozer, retard.
Are you here to waste my time? Are you here to waste my Saturday evening?
If you consider me beating you up wasting your time, then sure.
Bro, infinity.
Like I said, I don't have a bulldozer in my fucking room, retard. I'm sitting down.
Bro, why are you here to waste my time?
I already answered this question. Can we move on to the actual arguments since you're scared of defending your position currently?
You interrupted me from giving my argument. All right, I'm gonna give my argument now, right?
Go there.
So, okay. Hold on. Let me write this up for you.
Oh, or you're just trying to write it down for yourself because you can't track your own fucking statements.
All right, hold on.
Oh, it's just so ass. Kage, bro, you should have debated Wi-Fi. Nigga's so terrible. Like, a waste of time.
Infinity.
Who the fuck is that?
Exactly.
So, take a dick riding because he doesn't understand what's going on.
Bro, can y'all debate crossers?
Infinity.
You said what? Oh yeah, we can debate crossers for sure.
No, can y'all like debate that?
I'm dead ass irrelevant, Zeph. Oh, for sure, man, for sure.
Yo, Saucy Woo. Yo, Saucy Woo. You want to debate?
I don't want to hear that. Nick Kage's my son, bro.
Get your ass on, nigga.
Let me meet that bitch.
Kage went to debate because he sees his teacher slamming a random nigga.
Let me meet that bitch.
All right, so these are the points we have. We have so far. All right.
Is he only cutting out for me? Is he only cutting out for me?
Am I cutting out?
Wait,
did he cut out?
Yeah,
go ahead.
I mean, am I cutting out for literally anyone else?
Just go out. Just go.
Okay. So these are the major issues we have. So the first point that I have is the fact that your initial argument is just completely in my favor. Right? Your initial argument that it's just a matter of Naruto having to process this information that he has. So he perceived it. He has to process the information.
No, not process it. Respond to the process.
That's cool. You can talk after. That's cool. So
no, I'm saying
the initial argument, I don't care. The initial argument
not clarity,
that Naruto has
down
to, you can shut up.
Wait, is it not the case that you wrote it down incorrectly?
So who's afraid of whose argument?
What? I'm not afraid of your shitty ass arguments. I just called them D1 level.
Right. So you can shut up and let me argue then.
Or I just want to clarify. By the way, that wasn't an argument. That was a question.
Okay. So I'm going to finish what I'm saying. So your initial argument that Naruto is with like actually getting this information, right? He's watching Neji go past his clones, right? Bro. He's watching Neji have the only person in front of him be himself, right?
Watching and
all
focusing
he has to do. Okay. That's cool.
I can see something on the side of my eye and notice that there's an entity there. That doesn't mean I'm focusing on the entity, as in I have focus on it.
Are you done?
Did I stop speaking?
I just want to make sure because you know you love running your mouth when I'm speaking.
Yeah, I do love talking. Thanks.
Okay. So
I know it's okay.
Naruto watches Neji go past the 2 clones. The only target in front of Neji is Naruto himself, who is directly in front of Neji, right? So Naruto, who is now directly in front of Neji, watches. Okay, so
I'm just asking. I'll let you finish. I'll go on mute. Just what circumstance I'm talking about him being directly in front of him.
Okay. The first scan. I'll talk a lot slower so you can follow. So you can follow. I'll talk a lot slower. In the first scan, we watch. Okay. I'm gonna speak. We watch Neji go past the 2 clones. You see that? You see what I'm looking at?
Okay.
We watch Neji go past. I can repeat it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. We watch Neji go past the 2 clones. I can repeat it one more time for you. If you still don't understand what I'm talking about. We watch Neji go past the 2 clones. You know where we're at now? You know where we're at now? We've been talking about this whole debate.
Hey, Corn, do you find this shit appealing, my nigga? Just go. Like, oh my God.
Okay. We watch Neji go past the 2 clones. You with me?
Oh my God.
Are you with me? I need confirmation because if I keep going, I don't know if you're being retarded or not. We watch Neji go past the 2 clones. Are you with me? Are you with me?
Let me answer the question. Let me answer the question.
Are you with me? It's a yes or no question. You understand what the fuck I just said?
My bad. I just wanted a moment of silence for that shitty ass
yes.
joke.
So after we watch Neji go past the 2 clones, right?
You already said this. Stop stalling.
And you're fucking server muted. The only person in front of Neji at this point